Tell me if this sounds familiar. You walk by a mirror and you glance at yourself and you're like, what the heck? Who is that? Or maybe you've been tagged in a photo on social media and you're like, oh, ick. And your stomach drops and that immense feeling of shame and pain and mean girl talk in your head is coming back up for you. Today, we are talking about confidence in midlife. How to feel good in your body even when it's changing and we don't recognize it anymore. Welcome to Healthier Midlife, the podcast for women who want real, natural solutions to feel strong, calm, and confident in their bodies again. I'm Christine Roberson, a certified nutrition consultant and health coach. Let's dive in. All right, ladies, let's sit down and talk about this. Let me ask you a question. When you think about your body as it is right now, what is the first thing that comes up for you? Is it sadness? Is it frustration? Is it irritation? Maybe a little anxiety or hopelessness? Maybe it feels like a little bit of grieving who you used to be before you had kids, before you hit perimenopause, before you were a caregiver. This is such an uncomfortable place to be, kind of in the middle of who you used to be and who you're becoming. I know for me, when I hit menopause and my frozen shoulder part 1 episode really sent me spiraling. I lost a lot of strength. I lost a lot of range of motion. And these were two things I was always proud to have all my life. And suddenly, in a matter of months, they were both gone. And I was in a lot of pain. And I kept thinking to myself, is this how my life is going to be from now on? And even though I've worked through that with my shoulder on my left side, my left shoulder, now my right shoulder has hit frozen shoulder, and those stories that I tell myself are still coming up for me even now, even though I worked with them the first time around. And here's what no one is telling us. Menopause isn't just a hormonal transition, it's an entire lifestyle transition. It's really an identity transition. The way you see yourself shifts, the way you move through the world shifts. The way that your body shows up every day definitely shifts. And it's perfectly normal for us to be struggling with this identity crisis that we're going through. This is really tender territory and it deserves a lot of care. So when I start to get those confidence worries, or when clients or friends come to me with confidence concerns, the first thing I ask them is, what are you making your changing body mean about you? Confidence does not come from our physical body. It comes from our brains. It comes from our thoughts. It comes from what we think about our body and ourselves. It comes from the meaning that we attach to all of that. And for some women, that story is, if my body changes, I'm not attractive anymore. If I gain weight, I've lost my value. If I look older, I become invisible. If I'm not thin, I'm not in control. But here's the thing you need to ask yourself. Is it true? Chances are those stories are not true. And at the very least, there is another truth available to you. What if your changing body meant you're evolving? I love that word evolving. It sounds like we're moving forward. We're approaching enlightenment. We're evolving. We're entering a new chapter. We're becoming wiser, stronger, and softer in other ways. We're allowed to be different now. So these are all great reframing stories that are more true than the negative stories that you're telling yourself about yourself right now. There's nothing negative and nothing that we should be afraid of with our changing bodies. People change all the time. There's nothing negative about that. It just is. So confidence really does not come from what you see in the mirror. It's coming from the meaning you're attaching to what you see. You can simply choose a new meaning. The other thing I want to talk about with confidence is that there is actually another layer that's underneath all of this that is also affecting our confidence levels. Confidence in midlife is also affected by our changing hormones. Lower estrogen affects how you feel about your skin. Changes in serotonin really will affect your mood. And that dreaded cortisol hormone, that stress hormone, stays really high, and that will affect your mood and how you feel about your body. Even sleep disruption makes you more sensitive to self-criticism. And with these hormone changes, your body is throwing more fat at your belly, and that can feel like a betrayal. This is all very normal feelings, and there's nothing wrong with you for feeling these feelings about yourself. Things are really harder nowadays for us in midlife. But nothing about this means you cannot get back your confidence again. It just means that your confidence needs a new scaffolding. So here are 3 very doable ways to regain that confidence without losing weight. The first one is to really reconnect with who you are beyond the mirror. You are not just a body, you are a collection of wisdom, of stories, of skills, experience, value, talents, and creativity. Sometimes confidence can start coming back again the more you remember all of these wonderful things about you. So ask yourself these 2 questions. Who am I becoming now? And what do I value now? In our midlife years, that confidence for us really does come from depth, not aesthetics. A second way that you can build confidence now is to talk to yourself or about yourself as if you're talking to or about one of your best friends or someone you love. If your best friend gained weight, would you tear her apart? If your daughter thought she didn't look good anymore, would you agree with her? If one of your close friends or even your sister thought she was softer, rounder, or invisible, would you agree with her? Would you shame her? Of course not. So what would it be like if you applied that same kindness, compassion, and love that you give to others toward yourself? What would that feel like if you gave all of those gifts that you give to others to yourself? This is a great nervous system tool, and the more that you practice talking to yourself with kindness and self-compassion, the more you'll feel your body start to relax physically as well. And when you get that feeling of calmness in your physical body, then that is a clue that you are on the right track. My third tip to increase your confidence is to move your body in ways that makes it feel more like you. Not to burn calories, not to tone muscles, although strength training is very important in midlife. We should all be doing it. But not to burn calories, not to give you an excuse to eat more food, not to fix anything about you physically, but movement ways that really make you feel good. Is it going for a nice walk or even a jog or a run? If that feels good to you, then do that. Or it could be yoga. It could be Tai Chi. Or it even could be simple stretching moves. It should be movement that reconnects you to the feeling of being alive and being confident in your body. So with these 3 tips in mind, I want to ask you a coaching question. And that is, what would it look like to treat myself as worthy today before anything changes? Just sit with that. Confidence grows with how you see yourself today, not with how you want to see yourself in the future. If our little talk today gave you a little bit more peace and a little bigger boost in helping you find ways to regain that confidence in yourself, or make you feel less alone, that's exactly the kind of support that we create in coaching. And right now, I have a holiday special for a 5-pack of coaching sessions for just $50. It's available on my website, healthyhermidlife.com/waitlist. You will see that in the show notes. Click on that and it'll take you right to the page. One simple form. You'll have it done in 2 minutes and sent off to me. And we can go from there. And while you're at the website, I do offer a free weekly email newsletter that is full of valuable tips and coaching Q&As and even a weekly recipe that is healthy, full of protein, fiber, and complex carbs. If you would like to subscribe to that newsletter, do so at the website, and I'm offering a free Midlife Metabolism Reset Guide as a thank you for subscribing. So be sure to check that out before that goes away. All right, beautiful. That's all I have for you this week. And please make sure if you enjoyed this episode that you give it a like and share it with all of your amazing girlfriends. Also, do not forget to subscribe to the Healthy Her Midlife podcast. It's available on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, all your favorite listening apps. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week on Healthy Her Midlife. Thanks for spending time with me on Healthy Her Midlife. If today's episode spoke to you, download your free Midlife Metabolic Reset Guide or book a coaching call at healthyhermidlife.com. See you next time.